The world around you feels heavy, doesn't it? Like no matter how much you give, no one truly sees your worth. You struggle, you sacrifice, and yet the reward feels out of reach. But have you ever thought maybe it's because Allah is preparing you for something extraordinary? My dear brothers and sisters, in this video, we're breaking down 5 types of individuals who carry a responsibility far greater than they realize. These are the people whose lives may not follow the same path as everyone else. They face harder tests, lonelier roads, and deeper struggles, all for a reason. If you're watching this, it's not by accident. You may feel out of place, misunderstood, or even abandoned at times. But what if I told you that every trial you're facing is a sign that Allah hasn't forgotten you? So watch until the very end, because the answers you're looking for might just be here. Let's begin. Number 1, the weight of responsibility. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to glide through life effortlessly, while for you, it feels like every step is a battle? This isn't a coincidence. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala entrusts someone with a greater purpose, He also prepares them with greater challenges. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "The most severely tested of people are the prophets, then those nearest to them, then those nearest to them." This is not to burden you, but to strengthen you for the mission ahead. Think about this. A fragile branch bends under the weight of a small burden, but a strong tree stands tall even under the heaviest of storms. Your trials are shaping you into that strong tree, someone who can endure what others cannot. This is why your path feels heavier. It's not a punishment, it's preparation. But here's the question. How do you embrace these trials without breaking? Let's uncover that in the next section. Number 2. The loneliness of being different. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed how the moment you start taking your faith seriously, people around you begin to act differently? Maybe friends stop inviting you, or family dismisses your efforts to live a better life. You feel the shift. It's subtle, but it's there. Suddenly, you're the odd one out, the stranger in your own circle. This isn't just your imagination. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Islam began as something strange, and it will return to being strange, so give glad tidings to the strangers." Think about it. When you distance yourself from haram gatherings, when you refuse to laugh at crude jokes, or when you prioritize prayer over social outings, people notice, and some of them don't like it. They'll call you extreme, boring, or even arrogant. But in reality, they're uncomfortable because your actions remind them of what they're neglecting. Here's the truth. This isolation isn't a punishment, it's a purification. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is separating you from the noise, the distractions, and the influences that are holding you back. But the question remains, how do you stay strong in this loneliness, especially when the pull of acceptance feels so tempting? Number 3, the struggles that shape you have. You ever wondered why it feels like your challenges are heavier than most? It's like no matter how much effort you put in, life keeps throwing obstacles in your way. You see others achieving with ease while you're left asking, why me? The answer lies in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's wisdom. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "When Allah loves a servant, He tests them. These tests are not meant to break you, but to refine you, to shape you into someone capable of carrying the mission Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has destined for you." Think about this. When iron is forged into a sword, it must endure fire, hammering and shaping. Only then does it become something strong and purposeful. Your struggles are no different. They are molding you into a person who can endure, who can lead, and who can inspire. But here's the catch. How do you keep going when it feels like the tests are never ending? How do you hold on to hope when the world feels like it's against you? That's what we'll explore next. Number 4, the power of patience. Do you ever feel like your patience is being stretched to its absolute limit? You've prayed, you've worked hard, and yet the answers you're waiting for seem to never come. The wait feels unbearable, doesn't it? This is where most people falter. They give up just before the breakthrough. But patience is not just about waiting. It's about trusting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's timing, even when it feels like nothing is happening. The Quran reminds us, indeed, Allah is with the patient. Let me paint a picture. Imagine planting a seed. Day after day you water it, ensuring it gets enough sunlight. But for weeks you see nothing. It's as if all your efforts are in vain. But beneath the soil, that seed is growing roots, laying the foundation for something strong and enduring. Then one day, it breaks through the surface, and it all makes sense. Your patience wasn't wasted, it was necessary. And that's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala works in our lives. Every unanswered prayer, every delayed blessing is like that seed growing beneath the soil. Your job is to trust, to persevere, and to believe that Allah's timing is always perfect. But the main question is, how do we cultivate this level of patience when the world around us is constantly demanding instant results? Number 5. The strength in letting go. Have you ever held on to something so tightly, believing it was the only way forward, only to realize later that letting go was the best decision you could have made? Whether it's a toxic relationship, an unfulfilled dream, or even resentment towards someone who wronged you, holding on can sometimes cause more harm than good. The Quran beautifully reminds us, but perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows while you do not know. Think about this. Imagine you're gripping a thorny branch. The harder you hold on, the more pain you feel. But the moment you release it, the pain begins to fade and you can heal. That's what letting go does. It frees you to heal and grow. Sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removes people, opportunities or plans from your life, not to punish you, but to redirect you to something far better. But here's the challenge. How do you trust Allah's plan when everything inside you is fighting to hold on? Let's think about that for a moment. Conclusion. My dear brothers and sisters, life isn't meant to be easy. The trials, the struggles, and the moments of doubt, they're all part of a divine plan, shaping you into someone stronger, someone closer to Allah. Every hardship you faced has a purpose, even if it's not clear right now. But here's what I want you to take away. You were chosen, not because it's easy, but because Allah knows your strength. Keep going, keep trusting, and remember that His plan is always better than ours. And if today's discussion resonated with you, I encourage you to take the next step. Click on the video showing on your screen now. It's a journey into understanding how Allah prepares us for greatness, even in our earliest moments. The lessons you'll find there will complement everything we've explored today. Lastly, leave a comment below. Something as simple as, Ya Allah, grant me the strength to fulfill the mission you've chosen for me. Your words may inspire someone else who's struggling too.